So far, within our evaluation of prompts, we have been only using the inbuilt correctness and guidelines classes that are readily available by that are provided by MLflow. Now let us write a custom scorer. Okay, so for writing a custom scorer, you need to basically create a decorator function. So let me first from GenAI import scorer. Okay, and let's create a function called custom scorer. Now this custom scorer can basically return certain things. Okay, it can either return a boolean, and it can take various things such as inputs, outputs, and expectations. There are other things such as traces also it can take, but for now let's go with this. We won't be needing inputs here, but let's use outputs and expectation. Okay, so suppose my custom scorer that I want to implement is trying to check for exact match. Okay, so I will say exact match, uh, exact match, and what I'll say is I'll simply say check match is equal to if my outputs is going to be exactly equal to my expectation. Now expectation would be a dictionary, so I would need to extract the expected response. Okay, so I will just return this match one. Let's try to use this scorer. So I will plug this scorer after my guideline. So exact match, that's it. Okay, okay, so exact match is going to take inputs. Now I'm not using inputs, that's not required. So let's now run this evaluation on the 3 data set, and I'm telling you this upfront that it will fail for all of these, because by default our prompt is asking for a generic answer. It is not strictly telling the model to return only the exact thing. Okay, let's see, let's run and try to see what do we get. So exact match missing 3 positional arguments. Okay, all right, why it is not okay, so we are getting 3 positional argument. Why do we need that? Why? Okay, if I provide the exact match just like this, I'm hoping that something is wrong here. Okay, let's see. We are not able to. Okay, so evaluation complete, but let's now go back to the run. Okay, so we have a new, and then in the trace, let me get rid of this first, please. Let's refresh it. Let's run it. Okay, so I have opened this in a new tab. In new tab, you can clearly see. So exact match, it is failing. Why it is failing? Let's look at that. So it says simply false. Why? Because we did not provide any rational here. But if let's say you have to provide the rational, you can use something known as a feedback class. So in MLflow, so from MLflow.entities, you can import a class called feedback, and instead of returning this match just like this, you can return a feedback class. Okay, the first argument of that feedback class will be this value, and then a second argument will be rational. Okay, let's come back here. So here we are correctly getting this answer. We are getting a professional answer, but on ismatch we are not getting anything. Okay, let's now do one thing. Let's add one more eval input to kind of see if we can get it to pass the test. So what is, I will ask it a very deterministic and simple answer. So what is 2 plus 2? Tell me just that, nothing else, and inside here I will try to just print 4. Now here is the issue, because in expected response we can have something like 4, or maybe we can have a list, but let's run it, because otherwise I will have to change all the expected responses. Let's see if we can get it to pass this test or not. Okay, so we have got 4 Okay, all right. Let's refresh it. So we are getting this, and let's. Okay, so even this is failing, but let's try to see what was the model's response. Ah, okay. So it has basically given this rational that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and in the test, we are clearly saying checking whether output is exactly equal to expected response. But if I, let's say, uh, see, check it something like this, Control X, you can modify it if expected response in outputs, which essentially means that I'm saying outputs would be a string, and I want to check whether my expected response is in output or not. But let's try to see what happens. Okay, something happened, but let's see it in the UI. Okay, do we, yeah, so we are able to pass all the tests. Okay, so let's open this trace in a new tab. In the new tab, what happens is, here, if you notice, yeah, if you notice, if I open any one of the trace and expand this exact match one, I'm able to see that this is passing, because here, from the earlier exact match restriction, we expanded it to a very relaxed match, where I'm just checking whether the expected response is there in the outputs or not. And in this manner, yeah. we can test it, yes, exactly.